Hey everybody, this is Kevin Crouch with Ellis County Weather, and I am here with Mr. Tater Beard of Ellis Downhome Sports. And what you see behind me is Lumpkin Stadium. This is the calm before the storm. This right now, and I pun intended, we'll go ahead and go with that. Right now, the freshman game is going on behind me, and it's a pretty close game. But this time tomorrow night is going to be a very, very different story. As the Battle of 287, this is being marketed as the 100th meeting of that game, takes place between Waxahachie and Ennis.
Well, they've been playing a long time. Let's just say they've been playing a really long time.
I can vouch for that.
There we go.
I think as long as I've been alive, I have known that this game was a huge deal. I was in the band in high school. I remember traveling for that game to Ennis and being a little bit nervous about how rowdy things were going to get. And, I have the kind of the perspective of a spectator and having friends on the field and that kind of thing. But what can you tell me about this game from a statistical perspective and from your expertise?
Well, I'll just tell you right now that, Coach Sam Harrell out there, folks, he's always an offensive-minded guy. He's going to expand the offense, try to do that, where Coach Tollison and his crew are, they've been showing the defense this year. Got a lot of good pressure on the quarterback, and that should help stop the spread. I think it's going to be a really tight ball game. And it's anybody's guess in an Ellis County rivalry game.
That is one of the things that I grew up knowing, was that when you have a rivalry game, nothing that happened in the season before that really matters.
No.
That anything can happen. The passion is at its peak going into these games, and really, really unpredictable.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Steve Howell and them a little bit earlier this week. I know you're going to have been a part of that stuff. And, they talked about the Come-A-Two game, the beat Ennis game. A lot of great history and a lot of great people have played at this venue, at this field, in between these two schools. And let's see who's going to duke it out and win it out this weekend.
Well, I want to make sure you guys are prepared with the forecast. But before we do that, I do, of course, need to remind you that these segments are sponsored by the Arcade, located in the Rogers Hotel here in Waxahachie. And just today, they were putting on their social media that there are Basement Brawler stickers, and stickers are what they are, but that's pretty fun, and kind of makes you feel a part of the action. That's of course Tuesday nights, and that's the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Tournaments. And you think these things get heated when you're playing Super Smash Brothers and you're in the moment? Man, it really gets competitive. So kind of a common link between Texas high school football and Super Smash Brothers at the Arcade. So go to the Arcade website or the Facebook page. Those will be linked here for more information on that, because they live stream that, and they participating is pretty fun. There are prizes and all that kind of stuff. And the bragging rights, of course, is the best part. But definitely go check that out if you want to be a part of that. So let's get into this forecast. And Friday Night Lights forecast for you is going to be clear skies. And right around kickoff, we're going to be kind of in the mid-80s. Fortunately, the humidity is not going to be as intense as it has been most of the summer, so it actually may be pretty comfortable, especially when the sun goes down. We're looking at southeast winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour, right around kickoff, and then those winds will kind of die off a little bit as the sun goes down. So if the winds are playing a factor at all, they're going to lose that advantage, or depending on where you are on the field, disadvantage when the sun does drop. But temperatures will be in the mid-60s by the time we get to the coolest part of the night. And I don't think I've said mid-60s this much for a while. So let's enjoy this forecast. Saturday, we're going to be sunny with highs in the mid-90s. Not a whole lot I can do for you there. Saturday night, though, we're going to be mostly clear with lows in the mid to upper 60s. Again, 60s again. I haven't had 2 days back-to-back with lows in the 60s in a long time. Sunday, we're going to be highs in the low 90s. So we're actually going to start cooling down. And Sunday night, mostly clear with lows in the low 70s. Now, what I can tell you about next week is I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 80s.
Wow.
The bad news is the humidity is going to go up. So I know that kind of just cancels everything out. It makes everything pretty miserable. But we're going to take what we can get. And what we're seeing is that we're getting into that Texas high school weather we all love so much. We're slowly chipping away at those temperatures. And so next week we're going to be in the 80s some. We may have some more 90s left for September, but we are kind of starting to bring, you notice the overnight lows in the 60s. We're starting to bring things down, and hopefully by Halloween we have that crisp, cool morning air that we all love so much. And of course, I'm sure, like my family, most families, when they get to Halloween and they're planning your costumes, when you pick out your costume, it's warm. By the time you get to Halloween, it's cold. So just plan for that. Have your warm backup plan. And stick around and stay tuned for more. Obviously, as we're getting into next week, I'm going to continue to watch the forecast. We may have some rain coming as well. So stay tuned to Ellis County Weather and Ellis Downhome Sports, especially. Check them out. I don't know, when do you guys usually debrief on the
Tuesdays at
games?
11:30.
Okay.
We have the show come out. And, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, Ellis County Weather, we're underneath them Ellis County skies, and that weather does affect your game. So be ready and be packed up. Have the right gear to make out for your Friday night lights by checking out Ellis County Weather.
Sounds good. You guys enjoy, stay safe. I'm going to say, before everyone gets out here, calm down. Enjoy the game. Let's enjoy the kids. Be sportsmen, sportsmanlike conduct and positive sportsmanlike conduct. Let's not wear the hankies out too terribly much tomorrow night, and let's cheer on these kids, because after all, it is Texas high school football. These are high school kids, man. Let them have fun. And I'm just going to say this ahead of time. I feel like it's just going to be necessary. Give the ref a break. And everybody stay tuned for a week of cooler temperatures, higher humidity, and a few chances for rain.